Hello, everybody. Hope we're all doing well. Welcome back to more esports news. Big rumors this past weekend all around the new Call of Duty, that being Modern Warfare, to be set and released in October. Now, with that being said, though, a very debatable topic comes up this past weekend thanks to Gaming Revolution and now other sources stemming off of this about what could come with Modern Warfare, that being another Battle Royale for the Call of Duty series. So with this video being so debatable, I want you guys to do me a favor and leave a comment down below whether you are for this or against this, because I think what I've seen so far, many Call of Duty fans do not want another Battle Royale after Blackout, and I got to agree with you. You definitely have some very, very strong arguments as to why you would think that, based on what we saw when it came to Black Ops 4. If you guys remember, when that Blackout Battle Royale did first come out, very few of you, but when I actually did come out, I did cover Blackout news because I thought it could be one of the better Battle Royales, especially at launch with how successful it was. It was possible competitor, I should say, for Fortnite as well as Apex, which came later down the road, and it fell off very fast. But at release, it had so much hype around it, I myself was willing to play this because it looked like it could be a potential longevity kind of move here in a Call of Duty series, which we see a new game every single year. And yeah, like I said before, it fell off just so fast. I think a lot of us can agree it took away, even though it was a secondary option for a game, which I think was amazing to have. You have the main game, competitive nature, the multiplayer, and potentially zombies and other titles as well. And then you have another secondary or even a third option of a Battle Royale. It's pretty amazing. You get all that you want. You could possibly get a multiplayer, a zombies, and with that, a Battle Royale all in one game. It's incredible, right? The hype around this, they pulled in $500 million at launch. It made a lot of sense, but it took away from the main game directly. We all know about this. The main game also took away from Blackout, and it was kind of a struggle of focus between the two titles there of what do we focus more on? Do we release multiplayer updates and keep on, lying about these promises, or do we maybe try and focus on Blackout more? And it was kind of a fight between those two, and I think because of that, both of those two didn't really get that many updates, or good updates, I should say, especially when it came to Blackout. They had one map expansion, maybe one vehicle as well release, which was pretty hyped up, and besides that, not too many changes, and competitively, in terms of tournaments, it just never took off. So that's why the hype has probably died down a little bit, but this still could be a pretty big event. So with that being said, guys, Gaming Revolution, the source on this so far, I will link his video down below for all of you, as well as his 3 main points about what this could become in the future for Modern Warfare. And if this will be true, it's going to be a pretty big surprise if they can actually, for once, live up to their promises, because Treyarch didn't. But the very interesting thing about this leak as well is he took to Twitter several times. He has also had countless leaks, confirmed leaks, over the past couple of years throughout the Call of Duty series. So to give him some backing himself, and Activision has responded, I guess you could say, in a couple of ways. The first of which is not giving a response at all to the argument. And then we have Infinity Ward's very own art director responding with a GIF of no comment. So the fact that there are some responses, or at least a response to not respond about this, they don't outright deny it, is very, very interesting. And again, I'm going to go into the breakdown very fastly for this video as well. His video, I should say, the 3 main points. Along with that, he gives us a potential Easter egg. So, I think he has some backing here, not only historically, but with leaking an Easter egg on top of that. Very, very peculiar to be leaking things this specific inside the game. But the 3 main things along with that is that the Battle Royale is planning on holding 200 players. Now, apparently as well. Secondly, it can currently already handle over 150, which is outright shocking if it is true. And again, you got to wonder where he's getting this evidence, but historically speaking, he has a pretty big backing of leaking some minor details of past Call of Duty series names and titles. But with that being said, you remember when Blackout first came out, the rumor was originally, I think it was actually 100 players, then 80 players for the Blackout Battle Royale player count who could actually stay in a single lobby, and eventually coming down from 80 to around 50 to 60 is all they could handle. And now all of a sudden to say, hey, by the way, Activision here, we can handle 200 players, double the amount of size of any mainstream Battle Royale currently in the game, and they can already handle 150 on a map, which is third point being a map that could potentially be 3 times the size of the current Blackout map. And of course, with that number of players, you would need a substantially larger map. But all of this being said, if they're going to hit this nail on the head, they are going to hit it the bigger, the better, and that is what they're doing right here. Apparently, if this is all true, this is a very, very bold strategy, and one that could certainly bite them in the butt. But honestly, that makes makes me all the more excited as to why this could be possible. First of all, we do have a no response as well as a no comment from Activision employees about this. On top of all of that, it would make sense, right? If you have a previous title, a Blackout Battle Royale, which just substantially failed, and of course Call of Duty fans spread large and wide across Activision as well as Treyarch, and you know the previous title did fail, why not come back and offer so much more than the previous title could to actually retain or even gather more hype around it? Along with that, the timing does make perfect sense, right? With this being the first CWL Call of Duty title, it has potential to be the biggest Call of Duty title since the early 2010s, especially because it will be the first Call of Duty title to go fully cross-platform, which Gaming Revolution is also fully clarified. Thanks to him, it's 100% working across all platforms already. This certainly could be the biggest Call of Duty title in history, so why not bring it back with a great multiplayer, cross your fingers on that, as well as the single best Battle Royale of the Call of Duty series, and you don't have much competition in terms of Blackout, right? And so why not come back with the biggest bang possible, offer the widest map we have seen in Call of Duty, along with that comparable to Fortnite. Of course, you're probably not going to get to PUBG map variety, but still bring in more players in that as well with 200 player lobbies. Why not bring in the biggest bang possible, which could be the biggest success of Call of Duty history? It does make a lot of sense, but can they do it is an entirely different question. We have long seen over the past few Call of Duties some big promises that have not been met, so another big risk here is to try and bring back a big audience, which they have done time and time again, and I think a lot of us have been surprised by each and every successive title, how people still retain their want to play this game, and so I think this could be very true. So with this source, is it possible? Yes. But when you bring it into actual development questions, is it possible? A totally different answer could be on the top of your mind, and I think I've seen a lot of backlash out there because of the previous Battle Royale, how it did take away from the main game and how promises were left on the table for both the multiplayer as well as the Blackout Battle Royale side of things. It makes a lot of sense why people would doubt this to be possible, but it does also make a lot of sense why they would want this to come to fruition. I will keep you guys all posted if this actually is possible. For now, leave a comment down below. Do you think this could work out? Will it be the next big Battle Royale? It's tough to see that happening, but can they do it better than the previous title? I do think so. The hype is still there, and this will be likely one of the biggest Call of Duties we will ever see. Just a big question mark if they can actually do it correctly. As always, my name is Jake. I hope you guys all enjoy esports news. Esports news coming back at you all day long and all week long. All right, until next time, I'll see you soon.